Good, good, good. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I'm really tired, but we'll see how it goes. So, yeah, welcome to the first game of the LOLA tournament. It is February, so the first quarter tournament. We have a lot of teams, a lot of people. It's been busy, and we have a long day ahead of us. So we're super excited. First, we have our first matchup. We have, I think, Miley Diapers versus Clarken, I think it is.
Clarken the Blessed Playboy.
Clarken the Blessed Playboy. All right, I need to fix that name, but whatever. We'll go with it. Yeah, so I'm super excited. I don't know who's playing what roles, but we'll figure that out as we go. And yeah. I must not fall. Yeah, so right now we're just going through pick and bans. After this pick and bans, we're gonna have a 3-minute spectator delay. And yeah, we'll just see how things go. The shoutcast probably is gonna be super serious, but you know.
I'll tell you one thing. We all know the Renekton ban is coming against Lord Diaperstein because he is a Renekton and very good at that champ.
Ah, okay.
And everyone in the community does know that.
I don't even know who Lord Derpenstein is, so
Miley Derpus, he changed his name.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
He's a Renekton main?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him play Renekton.
Well, he's been trying to branch out because he was worried about people being Renekton.
Ah, okay. Well, we'll see how this goes. So we have a Braum. We have some interesting bans. We got Leona, Nasus, Warwick. It's going to be interesting because we're not just going to be banning. We're not probably going to see just OP bans. We'll probably see some targeted bans, like you mentioned, Renekton.
A lot of targeted bans.
Yeah, Renekton is definitely not at the top of the standings when it comes to the meta. I think his changes helped him in this last patch. We are on patch 8.4. That being said, targeted bans are probably the way to go, as the elos ranging on these teams are probably from bronze to a few teams might have some diamonds on them. I'm not sure. It would have been nice if we had like a a team sheet or something, but you know, we'll just take it how it is.
Having played with and against Lord Diaperstein a few times, I can say he does make Renekton look like he should be top tier.
Oh yeah, okay, that's exciting.
So it's so I would definitely go along with that targeted ban.
All right, so that is one. So let's see. We are seeing a Leona Nasus Warwick ban on one side and Yasuo Akali Renekton on the other side. And then our first 3 picks: Braum, Kalista, Amumu on blue side, and Karma, Tristana, Malzahar on the red side. And now we're going through the second phase of bans. We see Zed banned. Interesting. We should see mid lane ban from red teams. We should see mid lane and top lane bans. Blue side, we should see top lane and jungle bans. Tom Kench, nice ban. I like that ban. Tom Kench is annoying to play with. I don't want to see him in our games. I don't care how good he may be.
Targeted ban by the climb by the climb team, banning Leona. That's an Ashy Lee favorite. I like this. Pick. I'm already looking forward to bot lane for blue side. They've got the Kalista Braum. I always enjoy Kalista with a tank because I think I've mentioned it before, but that pairing requires a lot of communication, a lot of teamwork, and if it works out, it's awesome. And if it doesn't, it looks pretty ridiculous, and it's funny to watch. So either way, it's always a good match to watch when you've got Kalista.
Gotcha. Yeah. We do see the Jarvan pick. Jarvan is definitely a great jungler at the moment. Nice 80 jungler that can kind of flex between tank and assassin or bruiser, so that is exciting as well. Probably will go tanky since blue team's looking pretty tanky already. Blue team
got a lot of CC so far on blue sides as well. I think their team comp is being put together real well. So
yeah, I would like to see a top laner from red side that has a bit more CC. That Toronto pick is interesting for the top lane. I wonder if it was intentional, thinking that red team needs to be picking a tank with hard CC, maybe like an Ornn.
Right.
But again, we don't know what the meta will be during this podcast tournament. We'll see how. Oh,
And
ooh,
the Poppy being picked into the Trundle. That's a pretty brave pick.
that is Clarken
Because
is known
Trundle
for his
is
Poppy.
almost hoping for a big tank to go against in top lane.
Oh yeah. So he walked Poppy or Clarken walked right into that one, whether it was intentional or not. I think Poppy or Clarken is aware that
Yeah.
Trundle can do that because I'm pretty sure he beat me with that matchup before, or something similar to that. So we'll see.
He did get his hand kind of forced by the draft. He had last pick, but having no other, like, they did need another beefy tank, so he didn't really have a choice but to go that way.
That being said, Clarken's Poppy has been a high contested ban, maybe late last year. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. He's a good Poppy player. I haven't seen him play it in a while, but should be really interesting.
Yeah. Clarken's Poppy is solid, so
Yep.
it'll be good to watch. So who would you say has the advantage just looking at the team? At the team.
I think I'm liking blue side. I like the tankiness. It's really, really great for Kalista because Kalista's not just one-shotting people. She wants prolongated fights. She has a strong tank line in front of her to help peel, protect her, buff her up. Then you have the long range CC and poke from Lux. So I think there's lots of flexibility with blue team, except they only have 2 damage dealers. But Amumu could go a little off tank. Trundle can also go a little off tank because he just can get tanky stats if he ults a tanky Poppy or a tanky Jarvan for what, like 4 seconds or so? 8 seconds?
8 seconds.
Is it 8? Okay.
Yeah. Trundle ulting a frontline tank can turn that tank into a squishy so that you don't need as much damage to kill that person.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that helps a lot. Miley tends to go hedge towards the damage side of things as far as builds are concerned. I do agree with you. I think blue side has the advantage facing champions with that tank line. Like I said, I like a good Kalista Braum pairing can be devastating. Malzahar will have a tough time. He'll probably have to ult a tank, and then you're seeing yourself for that 2.5 seconds. So
yeah, I will say though, the good thing about that is the only person. So we're gonna have an Amumu initiating, and Poppy can stop / delay that initiation from Amumu if he times his W right. And the fact that red team can kind of just continually move forward, so even if Malzahar hits a tank, the rest of the team can kind of move forward to kind of block off Malzahar from getting engaged on. Because you have Jarvan who wants to go ham, right? Tristana can also jump forward, although you should be very careful when you jump forward. Karma is going to give a lot of shield and a quick speed up boost to also go forward, either to follow up Malzahar's ult or to help Malzahar get that ult. Poppy also has her own speed up going in and dive, and then Poppy can also, split up the team. She could actually hit back the front line to expose a Kalista or Lux.
Yeah, that's probably red side's biggest advantage is they have a lot of engage and disengage, so they probably have the edge as far as like when the fight starts.
Yeah, there's a lot of flexibility with red team.
We'll see if they're able to capitalize on that.
Yeah, it should be very interesting.
I think the smartest way to do it is if they're able to bait out a Trundle ult early, then disengage for the next few seconds, and then go back in with their tanks having their stats back up. I think they'll have that increases their chances of winning the team fight a lot.
Totally agree. And the one thing, and even though I do really like red team's comp, I like the simplicity, I like the simplicity of blue team's comp. It's very straightforward, so it's a lot easier to play it out correctly. But that being said, we will see how people play this, and red team does have flexibility, so even if they're behind, if they're forward, they can take advantage of a lot of different things compared to blue team, where they really just have to have long team fights and potentially some catches with Lux. So that would be exciting. We do see the Lux is gonna be in a very favorable matchup against Malzahar when we talk about Elo. We're gonna see a platinum versus silver. So hopefully both teams have done their research and red team will make sure to help out their friendly Malzahar. But who knows? We've seen outplays from bronze and diamonds anyways, so against diamonds. So we'll see how this goes. Really, really excited for the first match of the night. Here we go with Sir Clarken versus Miley Diapers.
Yeah.
What was Sir Clarken's team again? Sir Clarken what?
Sir Clarken, the blessed playboy.
Sir Clarken, the blessed playboy. Thank you, Rhino, for these amazing names.
Yeah, shout out to Rhino. Good name.
So
it looks like we have two. Just looks like both teams in anticipation of the classic Lola invade have stacked up in to try and counter that.
yeah, very
Both teams
defensively.
staying on their own side.
Yeah, I am sad to see that, but stakes are a bit higher. I guess.
All things considered, it is the safer and smarter way to play, probably.
Unless you have the level 1 advantage.
Safer.
I'm thinking who has the level 1 advantage. I think it's actually kind of even.
Yeah,
I don't think
both
anyone has
teams
a clear
have kind
advantage.
of the really close level 1.
Yeah, everyone covering all sides of the map, you know. Poppy walked by the red buff to make sure no one was over there. Trundle was sitting by blue buff to make sure there was no invade there. So just standard start with bot lane leashes, both junglers starting red. And yeah, let's see how this goes. We got the spell shield.
Lux
pop
immediately
up,
taking advantage of her long range advantage over Malzahar early to take off the shield.
Yeah, we do see Malzahar's looks like he's struggling in his farm.
Lord Diapers is going to be really aggressive early. That's usually his play style.
Yeah. So what do you think we can expect to see in this early game? Predictions that will be completely wrong, you know.
I'm expecting, as far as top lane matchup goes, just based on playstyle, Trundle's going to be pretty aggressive to try and get a CS lead and lower lower Poppy's defenses a little bit as soon as possible. He'll probably be wanting an early gank. As far as jungle is concerned, Tagging on the Miley probably going to be pretty aggressive. I think, but I think Jarvan will probably be going for the first gank. As far as bot lane's concerned, I think until level 6, Poppy and not Poppy, Tristana and Karma have the poke advantage. Obviously, with Karma, you want to hit those empowered keys early. But once level 6 comes, I'm looking forward to an all-in by this bot lane Calista to see if they can pull something off. Later, as the teams group up a little bit, we'll see if the wombo combo potential of blue side is huge between Amumu, Lux, and Calista and Drops. So if they can start off a fight like that, they'll be in pretty good shape at the start. Huge burst to start in that exchange by blue side.
Yeah, so I think both AD carries had good damage on that fight, and red team came out ahead because they only burnt a heal while Calista burnt the flash and heal there. So good bait or just good trade by red team on the bot side. Calista I think got a little, either didn't respect the heal, forgot about the heal, or thought she could kill her before the heal came off. But
yeah,
I like the aggression. I love the aggression.
So Poppy's a pretty tough person to do damage to early. Until Trundle gets to 6, he's not going to be doing much to her probably.
Yeah, we saw an attempted gank by a Mumu, just kind of threatening, but not finding anything onto that Malzahar. Yeah, as you said, Trundle's getting bullied a bit by Poppy. Poppy is farming pretty nicely, getting a nice gold lead onto him against the Trundle. Good communications. I see actually Ward Ping coming down. Ooh, lots of damage. Oh my gosh, he can actually. Oh, he flashed away! What did he do? Okay.
Pulls off first blood on the dive. Really did a good job taking advantage of his minion advantage there. Advantage there on that dive. Excellent job by Mark.
Yeah, that was really well played. It must have been super calculated because I thought he flashed out way too early. He just needed an auto attack, but luckily, minion aggro is a thing. Does enough damage.
He flashed out once he saw the minion aggro.
Oh my gosh!
Really good job.
That was a clever use of the ult. He knew Trundle was coming right in.
The troll poppy ult just to really annoy your.
No, it wasn't just annoying though. Trundle was able to miss CS and experience because of that. So
Yeah,
that
that's what I'm
really
saying. It's a great use of the poppy ult for backing.
I have not seen
I've had that happen to me a few times. It's slightly tilted.
Yeah, I'd be tilted too. What is the cooldown in his ult? 120 seconds. So in 2 minutes he'll have it up again.
He'll have it back.
I don't know. I think actually, I mean, it is possible he could have just said, "Oh, Mumu's coming in for the lane gank." It's a little optimistic, especially with the Karma and a Tristana jump. Nothing comes of it, and Mumu just decides to back. And Jarvan, realizing Mumu's on the bot lane, I think they saw Mumu in the bot lane. I'm not really sure actually.
Yep, does a good job putting down a little deep vision.
If I were Jarvan, I would have loved actually. If you see the jungle on the bot side, you go and take camps in the top side. But Malzahar, Jarvan's mid laner, was not there, so it was probably safe to just, back off a little bit. And I don't think Lux was.
So we've got a fire dragon, so we're probably in for a relatively early team fight.
I would hope so. That should be a very spicy.
It's a big objective.
Dragon. I think it's good for both teams. Probably more important for red team as they do have a lot more damage. That being said, I mean, Fire Drake's great for anyone. And both teams will scale off of AD and AP pretty well.
Okay, Trundle is 6, so he's probably going to be looking for a fight pretty soon.
He could, and he knows that Poppy's ult is down as well. But Poppy does start with the Bramble Vest, so that's going to stop a lot of Trundle's damage. Trundle does go a little mixed damage with the Jarum's Fist. That's what it's called, right? Jarum's Fist. So getting some health and attack damage. So I think Poppy's pretty much
unbelievable. Jordan's Fist call.
I will say this: if Trundle uses his ult onto the Poppy, and Mumu comes in for the gank with a lot of AP damage,
so we may be seeing some. The ult comes down.
Here we go.
This could be a kill unless he gets hit out.
But Mumu's flanking. Mumu's coming down. Oh no!
But he can follow with the ult, and that's a kill.
Yeah.
Good job by Mumu, and good ult on the part of Diapers side.
Yeah, I think the only thing I would have said about that, just to be nitpicky, he should have known Poppy's flash was down. Therefore, he didn't have to use his flash to bandage toss. And if he missed the bandage toss, he could have always just flash ulted. If he was really, really worried, he probably could have chased down the Poppy and saved flash last second if he thought Poppy was going to get away. But again, just nitpicking a little bit there. It's always better to make sure you secure the kill in any way possible than letting it go.
I have missed quite a few kills trying to be safe.
Yes, not fun. Ooh, Braum finds a little bit of stuff. He is way too far.
Wow.
Oh no!
Just out of the Jarvan ult.
Wow. Calculated.
Yeah.
Obviously, right?
The big man flex.
Yeah, disrespect. No, Jarvan. Not today.
Not today, indeed.
Alright, so we're seeing CS leads pretty much by red team across the board except the mid lane. Lux is keeping Malzahar's farm a little bit lower. We do see a BF sword from Tristana, which is going to hurt. Oh, there's a fight in the top lane. Clarken is putting Trundle in very unfavorable position, and Clarken decides to back away after putting him low health, not overextending.
Trundle, I'm pretty sure he probably thought his ult was going to be up but had to disengage a little sooner than he would have liked. His ult just came up now.
Yeah, he did build a TM out to help him sustain through lane and clear minion waves a little faster because I think Poppy clears him a little faster with her Q. But
God comes in, but Trundle has his ult up.
what's gonna happen? Clarken's trying to get away. Oh, Luxol just misses. Trundle does have a little bit of help with minions, but the shield goes down on Poppy. He flashes. Trundle flashes away, but Poppy's able to get. Oh, she's. I thought he was gonna deny the assist, but Amumi does steal the kill with the challenge or the chilling smite. Fighting the bot lane, Braum ult goes down, and Tristana busts them away while they get the kill. But Jarvan's coming in, does not have ult. Heal comes down. Braum is in a bad spot. Can they finish the kill? Yes, they can. Red team gets a kill, but a stun goes under Jarvan.
Ren to smash Jarvan, but Poppy or Tristana finishes off the kill.
Oh, but there's a teleport bot lane to try to get that catch out that Tristana, but I think Tristana still
it's gonna
jump.
be tough to catch her. She'll just jump away.
Yeah, I think Trundle there was trying to disrupt that jump with the pillar, which is possible, but it's pretty much a guessing game.
Yep. Would have been pretty amazing if he had hit that timing right.
Yeah, that would have definitely made it to some. I'm sure we'll do some type of play montage for this week or this weekend.
Really nice play though by Clarken and Poppy.
Ooh, going deep. Amumu does have ult. Barrier comes down on Malzahar. Lux ult comes down, does tons of damage. Malzahar.
Finish that off with a flash. And that is just a little taste of the wombo combo potential we have for the blue side with the Amumu ult, with the Lux ult on top of the Amumu ult. Can layer that with even more with the Braum ult that they have. And here comes a red dragon for blue side. Great job taking advantage of that. Yeah, that opportunity.
Yeah, so right now we're seeing
so Poppy's pushing hard. She's got tons of minions, so working hard to try and get first turret there.
Yeah, we do see, even though it's 5-4 and we have a dragon on the blue side, it is pretty much even. Blue is a little bit of ahead. 200 gold.
200 gold.
Yep. Interesting. We see a catalyst built on a Mumu. I'm curious what he's probably gonna go adaptive helm with that.
It doesn't go to adaptive helm, but it does go into abyssal scepter, abyssal mask. I mean, so maybe go into that or Rod of Ages.
Yeah, so he's gonna amplify all the magic damage coming out from the Lux. Yeah, pretty much the
I'm
Lux.
betting on the abyssal helm so that he can frontline and handle the Malzahar. So it looks like we're getting something cheesy, but Lux just ults them both. Hits him and ults them both, gets half the wombo down. And now Amumu's coming in to try and finish somebody off. I don't think he'll be able to finish off Poppy. Poppy is, as we've said, very tanky, especially without Trundle around to ult her to take down those stats.
Ooh,
Trundle,
nice dodge.
Maybe coming in for a dive. He's tracking them, but everyone knows where he is. Slows it down.
Let's get the slow. Oh my gosh!
Just misses the light bind.
Woo.
Good sidestep.
Using those abilities to dodge that skill shots. Red team applying a lot of pressure in the bot lane onto that turret. And Lux is roaming down, seeing if they can find a catch. Lux's ult is not up.
Oh, here we go. The Callisto ult comes down, throwing Braum into Karma, but Karma gets away. And now she's on it. And does go down.
Uh-oh, double kill.
Another kill on Karma. Poppy does clean up the kill on the Callista, but probably won't be able to finish off another kill. So that's what we were talking about. That all-in potential you have with Callista throwing Braum into you, that is pretty nasty.
Uh-oh, 1v3?
He's up there. We got a 1v3 against Poppy, and I don't know that Clarken's going to be getting away with this one.
Oh!
Unless he pulls off the clutch ult. Why did I doubt him? When he's playing Poppy, he should change his name to Clark. That was off.
Oh, that was something for sure. Wow. Well played. Well played.
Very well played. Very well played, Poppy. He does know that.
Yeah, so it's interesting. We
Well,
do.
under the tower, this could be a 2v1. They're going to take out. They'll be able to take out Lux unless Lux has got his Zonias up. Still able to take her down. Amumu's probably just going to have to run. He does not have his ult up out.
Callista is here, but I think red team just backs off. So yeah, blue team is getting a little more kills and coming out pretty
Red team holds
strong.
onto the gold lead, though.
Yeah, but red does have the gold lead. The gold lead is pretty close. So this is really interesting. There's a lot of stuff happening all over the map and a lot of exciting, yeah,
Like
a lot of excitement.
Rift Herald for red side.
It should be good. Really easy for Malzahar to take since he has those voidlings to help just get extra damage out and to tank a little bit as well.
So that was a good example. I think you were talking about getting objectives when you know where the enemy jungler is. They saw Amumu bot lane, and Jarvan immediately called on Malzahar to get them.
Oh, Karma out of position.
Good job there.
Stun hits on Karma.
Good ult by Braum, and they're going to be running for Sonic.
Oh,
she hits it, but she's able to jump away and get kicked out.
And so Rift Herald just dropped mid lane very quickly, actually, and I didn't see how much health that turret has, but yeah, not much came of that, actually. That might have been a premature drop. But yeah, I was mentioning that red team was pressuring blue team's turret in the bot lane, but looks like we have blue team probably on the bot lane gonna finish off that red turret, I think. And yeah, funny how the tides have turned.
It looks like we got another tower going down for one of Red's towers going down. That'll be the second tower down. Tower's tied at 1-1.
Poppy, happy feet.
Down at the moment.
Happy feet by Poppy, dodging a lot of those skill shots, clearing some vision out, playing very confidently and forward. And we're seeing, we're seeing Braum ult.
The Kalista ult, hits Braum right into Karma. Another stun on Karma followed by the Lux ult, and there we go. That layered CC is just nasty when they hit it.
Uh-oh, is Poppy caught out?
Chasing down Poppy, but
Mumu ult misses.
At the moment, there's no Trundle ult up yet.
Yeah, Mumu ult missed right there as Malzahar flashed out of it.
Yeah, good flash to get out of that. So Trundle's ult is up now. I'm wondering if we might be setting up for a dive here.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because the red team bot lane.
If he's able to ult Trundle or ult Poppy, he'll be able to dive that pretty easy. But the red dragon's up. Blue team knows that, and that does take first priority.
That would be second Infernal Drake. Red team does have it warded. Poppy ults the Braum out.
He's gonna want to be ulting that this time.
Poppy chasing down that Trundle. Trundle has to flash over the wall.
Flashes. I'm surprised he did that. I thought he would just ult her and walk out.
Yeah, interesting. Trundle might not have had the mana to do it, but he did have his team right behind him. But yeah, he definitely did not want to get killed. Ooh, throwing out the ult a little early, expecting that bind to hit. It does not land, and the ult goes wide. Field goals the ult. Although field goals are good things.
So here's where Trundle's probably going to use his ult, because he's under the tower, hitting it.
Yeah.
Not using his ult yet. We had a bit of a fight here in mid.
Yeah, Mumu doesn't have ult though. Lux doesn't have ult. Kalista doesn't have ult. Braum is the only one to have ult. While Trundle continues to push that top lane, while Clarken's trying to clear those minions. Doesn't have enough time to clear the minions.
Here's what he's been saving the ult for, probably.
Oh, Clarken's out of mana though, as well.
Yep.
And wow.
I'm surprised, Miley. I'm not used to this. Lord Diapers. I thought he'd be going for the kill there.
Yeah, he wants to help the rest of his team by coming in, but yeah, he needs to be careful. He's gonna get Malzahar ulted.
Malzahar layers on top of that.
Oh my gosh! Karma lives with no health.
He just got trolled.
Yeah, I bet he wished he took that 1v1 with Poppy now instead of coming and joining his lane, his team.
Yeah. Good job layering their CC by red side there.
Yes, very good. So there's this awkward ARAM because all the side lane turrets are down except bot lane. Bot lane on blue side. So everyone's trying to keep that get that mid lane tower. I see Kalista prep the bot lane to be pushing pretty hard. So Kalista's backing. She'll probably join mid now after that. Trundle's running mid. I think in the top lane the minions are gonna be pushing. I don't know. They look pretty even. So we'll see where that goes.
So tanky with her Sunfire Cape and Thornmail. The only problem is that gives Trundle a lot of stats to steal.
Yeah, let's look at the items. Trundle has not finished an item yet. He's been building very dipping in to a little bit of everything here. As I think laning phase ended a little early and team fights have started. So he's really trying to help out his team. But yeah, he's not getting those bonuses from those completed items.
Kalista's got a bit of her power spike. She having
Oh my goodness.
And her Rune's Hurricane. So see if they take advantage of that in the next fight.
I think blue team needs. I mean, they have. Uh-oh. Kalista's all on her own. No one is helping her either yet.
Poppy hits her against the wall.
Oh, is she gonna? She's gonna live. Oh no.
Jarvan cleans that up with the ult. And Malzahar comes in with the ult on Braum. That's 2 dead from blue side. Amumu does not have his ult.
Ooh, why did he ult? Poppy should not have ulted that. I don't think. But whatever. Nothing comes of it anyway.
I think she was just being safe to try and make sure they couldn't stop the turret from going down.
Yeah, it's funny because I was just about to say that I think blue team can look for a fight and win a fight because Kalista is so strong, has a nice power spike with items, but look at that. Kalista gets caught, is not able to do the damage in the team fight because she is just 1v1ing the fed Poppy, who is super tanky, and then loses all her health before she's able to really contribute to the fight as Jarvan finishes her off with the ult. And yeah, your win conditions are, or your damage is through Lux and Kalista. So if one of those goes down, Lux is not like a machine mage. She's going to burst people. So if she misses a spell, you're going to lose a lot of your damage if you don't have Kalista up as well.
Right. Also consider the fact that Kalista was fighting 1v1 against Poppy there. Kalista, with her support with her, is one of the strongest ADCs. Without her support, she goes down to one of the weaker ADCs due to the fact that her passive does give her extra damage when she's with her in the company of her support.
Absolutely. I know in the latest patch they helped her out a little bit with that, but yeah, she wants to be around her support to get, because she's really strong with her support around.
She's definitely not one of those ADCs you want to be sending around to sideline push on her own.
Yeah, don't be that ADC, man.
She's best. She's at her best when she's part of a dynamic duo.
So again, we have this weird ARAM style thing happening. I think both teams, no objectives are up. A third Infernal Drake is coming up in a minute. So I would suggest both teams to try to find an advantage. Maybe poke someone out. Oh, here we go.
Like this.
Oh my goodness. Karma does go down.
On Karma to take her out. Good job.
Oh, Brahmo comes down.
They're going to be going all in on this. The Trundle also.
Oh, so much damage.
They are taking out the tank.
Yeah, Jarvan is actually going pretty squishy, doing tons of damage to the Kalista. Almost zeros her out, but just not enough damage to do that. And blue team finds a huge advantage. They need to make sure, I think more importantly than this turret, although they probably can take this turret, they need to make sure that they're in a place to get the next dragon. Oh!
They are putting themselves in a really strong position.
Brutal.
Now they'll probably be going straight to that red dragon.
Yeah, 4 seconds on it. But they were able to pick off some blue team kills. If blue team was able to just stay alive and just kind of chill, Karma would have been up to help with Dragon, because Dragon still had a minute left when things were getting crazy. But red team might find a favorable. Kalista goes out of the fight with a Poppy ult. Just on a jumping in, killing a Mumu. Free smite. Oh!
No.
Tristana gets it.
Tristana was able to get the red dragon.
Oh my goodness, lucky. Lucky. So that is the last.
Right there is red. Good counter engagement by red team to get that red dragon.
Yeah, that's what
keep themselves in this game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, Blue team needed to think a little ahead of time. That Infernal Drake is really, really important. If you have 3 of those, that is so scary, right? And also you're denying an Infernal Drake because now you're only up 1 Infernal Drake instead of 3. So you need to think about not that turret, but making sure that you could win the next dragon fight. And because Amumu was so low, and Tristana's Gusto and jumping in to make sure Amumu goes down so he can't secure the smite, that is a big deal. And just blue team wasn't ready for that dragon fight when it came to clearing out vision, setting up vision, and coming up with a plan because everyone was so low and probably low on resources and didn't also buy items while red team got to buy items.
Yep. Really well played by red team to keep themselves in this game.
Yep. Well, here we go. Mumu ult.
The ult comes down with the Mumu, and that'll lock down. That locks down 2 of the.
Oh!
That was devastating. Devastating.
Wow, blue team
Well
team
played.
fighting so
By
well.
the way, Rhino did a little call in here to remind us that on Callista, one of the other things is it's impossible to kite out Poppy with Callista because Poppy's W.
Oh, good point. Good point. So an easy take.
Takes a Baron, takes advantage of that team fight, but they just want to take a Baron. Good job there.
Yeah, blue team really sealing the deal after a few team fights and some good pushes. So they're up almost 4K, 7 kills, an Infernal Drake, and now they have Baron. What does red team need to do to kind of make sure they don't just lose it on this Baron push?
That's a good question. I would say if you're a red team, you're obviously going to be having to focus on defense. But what I would do, I feel like their biggest what's happening is the Mumu is going in, trying to get a squishy. But if he doesn't get a squishy, you're seeing Trundle just ult Poppy immediately to take advantage of that, turning her into, for all intents and purposes, a squishy Trundle into. I think they're really going to have to take advantage of if they can trying to kind of sort of engage. Oh, if they can take advantage of this pick, they may get some.
Oh, Bobby wasn't paying attention. Oh my gosh, Braum, freaking Metal Gear Solid over there. Oh my goodness.
Braum gets out.
Braum, that is way too risky. Your lanes aren't even pushed up. You're trying to set up vision for the push on the top lane. Great idea. Absolutely terrifying when you don't know where the rest of the red team is and you're that far away from help.
Right.
Oh
so
my
Trundle's
gosh.
split push is almost impossible to stop right now for Poppy on her own. Baron minions plus his ult makes this a pretty bad fight for her to take.
Yep, and everyone's rotated.
The help's rotated. They've hit the combo on Poppy, and the Ren on top of the Ren. That is dead Poppy. So Callista's got spears in everybody right now. She can rend everybody. Hard does his ult, but still, it's on Trundle, and he had ulted Jarvan, so nothing's coming out of that one.
Oh, nice flash.
Tristana takes her down. So this looks like a win for blue team. And the Diapers come out on top.
The Diapers are come out clean with a 22-10 victory. Really convincing, and wow, got really lucky that there were three Fire Drakes spawning. Wait, there was a 4th one? I thought there was only 3 Drakes that could come out on one. Guess I'm wrong about that.
That's gotta be wrong.
That has to be wrong, right?
One time. Yeah, gotta be wrong.
It is actually supposed to be Wind Drake. Okay.
Cloud
Drake. Yeah, I was like, whoa, 4 Infernal Drakes? What a team. All right, so MVP, who is your vote for?
I would say I'm gonna give the MVP to Amumu because his engage ults really set the tone, start some of those team fights, giving Lux the opening to ult them to start that wombo combo. I'd say Amumu did a pretty good job.
Yeah, Mumu. I think you give some good points. For me, it's a mix between Lux and Callista. I would actually probably say Callista. I think Callista set up a lot of good fights with her ult in tandem with Braum. I think both of them did a really good job. But with whoever was calling that, maybe Braum was calling the ults, but Callista had some really big game-changing ults, whether it's starting a fight, following up on a Mumu, and I mean, Lux was able to dish out so much damage because of that. And
Yeah.
I mean, Lux had some good picks too to start off those fights, or just to end the fight before it even started. But
Yeah.
I was really impressed by Callista. Also kept up farm pretty well ahead of his team. Had side lanes pushed when we were having that awkward ARAM style going on too.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I think Callista did really, really well. That would be my
I
MVP.
mean, like we said at the beginning, like I really enjoy a Callisto with a tank support. Just if you work well together, that can just it can be have amazing results. And you are right about that. The Braum took full advantage when he was thrown into the enemy team. I don't think I saw a bad ult from him all game, and really good use of all around really good use of their really good teamwork by that team, but using their putting their team wombo combo potential to good use. Good job,
Yeah,
Lauren.
yeah. So I'm just chilling in here. We'll talk a little bit until Rhino gives us the uh okay that we need someone or whatever. And let's see. So I'm just looking at the detailed stats. Let's just look through what's going on. Lux did the most damage. Holy moly, tons of damage. Callista did a good amount of damage as well. Yeah, Jarvan, unfortunately, I think I want to talk about that Jarvan because I feel like there was a little bit of an audacity to continue to do that, try to go so damage heavy on him.
Mm-hmm.
We
Right.
saw him come out with Black Cleaver, the warrior jungle item, and I don't think you can go that aggressive. I mean, he did start out electrocute too, so that was the intention going into the game. But even though your keystone isn't tanky, I think after you realize in the first X amount of minutes when you're not getting kills or not finding those ganks, you kind of need to switch it up because, again, there's a lot of tanks on blue team and a lot of catch potential. And we just didn't see him able to zero out people. He was able to do a lot of damage. He cleaned up like a Callista in one fight because of his
Right.
ult,
Mm-hmm.
but other than that, he wasn't able to like kill anyone, and that's the risk of playing an assassin like champion. It just doesn't happen, and yeah, unfortunately, it just didn't work out for Jarvan there.
Well, that's your thing with Jarvan, right? Is one of his strengths is he can be so flexible. If you're ahead,
Mm-hmm.
you can go assassin. If you're behind, you can kind of turn him into a tank. And so that is, I think, if you do get to that point behind, yeah, you do want to go a little tanky because a lot of their fights depended on either him or Clark surviving that first engage. And if you're going against a Trundle who can turn one of your tanks into a squishy for all intents and purposes, if you only have one tank, then you're going to be in trouble when that tank gets ulted. Gets the Trundle ult,
Yeah.
gets subject. So, yeah, in retrospect, you probably do want uh, your Jarvan to go a little tankier there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I will say that the Poppy play I thought was real good that game. I do. El Clarkenator on Poppy is something to watch.
Yeah, it's just unfortunately with that front line, he just wasn't able to find the right fight when team fights broke out,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like he just ended up getting caught a little bit. I mean, there were some moments of glory for red team where they did win some team fights. I think it was pretty even until pretty much blue team got that caught around the Baron buff, and then they pushed those two mid turrets. Didn't get their Infernal Drake, unfortunately for them, and lucky or well played by red team. But then that's where the game kind of shifted, and they were able to take that Baron buff as well after that whole
Right.
fight. So, um, yeah, it was a close game. Even though the end screen might not show it, it was very close until it pretty much wasn't. John
It was
Madden style
it was
commentary.
it was close until that Baron team fight when everything came together until blue side, and then it ended abruptly after that. Uh, red side did it, or I mean blue side did a really good job capitalizing that power spike that they hit there. So good job by
Cool.
them knowing their win condition had been met at that
Yeah,
point.
very well done. All right, so with that, I think we're gonna go on to the next game. Let's see what we got here.